It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken in at the 1. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6". They'll start the drive with Dixon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback. On 1st down, Levy. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Austin Johnson in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. It felt like he was in the pocket all day. Never got rid of it.
And when you have that much time, you've got to either find someone open or get rid of it, because with that amount of time to throw the ball, that means the offensive line's done a really nice job.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Levy. He sets to fire deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Levy. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Yeah, we couldn't counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Now a handoff for Dixon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on. I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Stays on his feet. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. To throw on 2nd down, Levy. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 3rd down, Levy. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Here's the Panthers punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. Atlanta now coming out on the field. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The drive begins with a run by Dixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
They stay on the ground with Dixon, and that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs.
Here we go now.
From the gun, Decker, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Levy is going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 0-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Dixon. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
Here we go. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, Decker. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Back to throw. Decker. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Around the NFL, they're in the 2nd in Philly. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll run with Dixon, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Right back to Dixon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, they go with Dixon. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Now it's Dixon. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Here we go now.
To throw on 3rd down. Decker is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in his first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Here we go.
They run a draw here on second down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Here's the Panthers punter now. He's been terrific so far. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Here's Dixon. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On the give, this is their fullback. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taking on the midfield logo. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fisher. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage. And that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Very much in range for a tying field goal as they hurry to the line. Looking to throw. Levy. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Looking to throw on second down. Levy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On 3rd and 2. Levy. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will knot things up here late in the first half. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both the Falcons and the Panthers haven't had a reliable run game so far. The push up front has not been there, and you have to give credit to both defenses on that front. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. 1st and 10. Defense will get to the quarterback here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Third and long. Defense will get to the QB here. This goes for a loss of 9. Now 1st and 10. Fisher's able to get open here, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 17-yard line. Panthers would settle for 3 points on the drive. So that'll bring our halftime report to a close. We'll go back now to Mercedes-Benz Stadium for the start of the 3rd quarter.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Back to throw. Levy. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Austin Johnson in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw on 2nd down. Levy, and he rifles one incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Levy. Wide open receiver complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. And now here's a carry heading left. And some room to roam now. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Off the play fake. Levy. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. On third down, Levy. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the gun, Decker. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Decker looking sideline, incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. The Falcons on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Decker. And he comes back with one complete.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Back to throw. Decker looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Eight yards to go here on second down. Looking to throw. Decker, his throw incomplete. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I know in most cases people think you throw the ball in this situation, and when they ran, it almost felt like a little bit of a surrender, maybe a give up. But I don't know if that's really the case. They might have been probing a little bit, checking the defense and filing it away for later. They might have something working later on.
Here's Matt Bosher now, standing right around the midfield stripe. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. To throw on second down, Levy. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Levy. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. A handoff as they run the counter play. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
Has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Levy. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Levy. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Here we go now. Green 39.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Levy, blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This offense on 3rd down today, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and goal.
Here we go now.
From the gun, Levy. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Play action. Decker. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. Throwing on first down. Levy. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
To throw on second down. Levy and complete on the right side. It's Quarles. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Throwing on third and long. Levy. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Austin Johnson in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. They'll try the counter with Dixon. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 47-yard line.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Decker. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Falcons on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, it's Dixon. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking to throw. Levy, and he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And an alley to run. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back to throw. Decker. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He got 29 yards that time.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Decker. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Operating from the gun. Decker. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the the 16. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Set. Green, 39.
From the gun, Levy finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
To throw on second down. Levy firing quickly here, and that's complete. Past the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, the receiver won in a big way.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They run the counter now on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They run a draw here on second down. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. And the defense lines up looking for one final stop.
And they will be playing for the pass in this situation, not expecting any type of a run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Levy. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that is going to put them up by 1, and it sets us up for quite a finish here. A drive that time of 6 plays, and Carolina scores to cap it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes his field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
He's back to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
False start, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Decker, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
So that'll back him up 5. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Panthers, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.